Hey guys, welcome to the 146th C# tutorial that I'm making for the new Boston. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to use keyboard shortcuts. So all you're going to need for this tutorial really is just a blank form. And the first thing that we're going to have to do is set the key preview property equal to true. So just go over to your properties panel over here and set key preview to true. The next thing that we're going to want to do is create a new event handler for when the user actually presses a key. So we're going to go to the key down event, and this occurs first when the key is pressed. This occurs before this key press event. So we're going to want to click on this. Alright, so we're going to want to be checking to see if the user pressed Control A. So we're going to be using these key event arguments to get the data about the key press. So I'm going to say if e.control, and the control property basically just returns a bool indicating whether the control key was pressed. And even if there are multiple keys pressed, it will still return true if control was in there. And we're also going to say and e.keyCode.toString equals A. And basically we're just checking to see if the user presses A as well. So this will only return true right here if the user presses Control and if they press A. And obviously if you wanted to check to see if they press F or something else like that, you could just put F in here instead of A. So if the user presses A, we're just going to have a message box be shown saying Adam. Alright, so now when we go over here to our form, debug, and press Control A, we should see a message box that says Adam. Yep, and if we press any other key combination, it won't work, only if we press Control A. Alright. Now, what if you wanted to make it so that it will only happen if the user has their cursor in a text box? So what you're going to want to do is just drag a text box over to your form, and what's different between a text box and your actual form is there is no key preview property, so you don't have to worry about setting anything to true. And then just like before, you're going to want to go over to the Events tab over here and go down to Key Down. Alright, and then we can just use these key event arguments just like before to see if the user types something. So we're going to say if e.control and e.keyCode.toString, and we're going to see this time to see if it's they press Control F. And then if they did, we're just going to have a message box show saying you pressed Control, well, I'll say CTRL for Control and F. And I'll say from the text box. Alright, so now let me debug here, and since our cursor is in the text box right here, and we just press Control F, we should get a message box saying you press Control F from the text box. Yep, perfect. Alright, and you can also do things from other keys. There's not only Control inside of this key event args class. You can also check to see if they press Shift or Alt as well. So if you wanted to see if they pressed Alt and I don't know, B, then we'll say Alt here and B. So now we're just going to check to see if the user pressed Alt and B. So if they press Alt B, then yep, you pressed Alt and B from the text box. And if you wanted to check to see if they pressed Alt and Control, we can do that as well. So if they pressed Alt and Control. Alt and Control, yep. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial on setting up keyboard shortcuts, so see you guys.